So you snuck in time during your lunch break to order the perfect cake. And you spent energy decorating your home or offsite venue to make everything look just right. And you spent money to pull off a party or social event for friends and family, and no one showed up. Trust me, it's a planner's worst nightmare. So how can you avoid this dreadful scenario? Be proactive and avoid these 3 missteps the next time you plan a party or event. So what's the first reason why tumbleweeds hit you in the face when you opened up your party? You didn't give people a reason to show up in the first place or tell them what's in it for them to show up. In event planning, that's called a value proposition. Think about it as a 1-sentence reason of fear of missing out, something that's in it for them to actually show up in the first place. Whether you're planning a potluck, a housewarming, a party, your guests need to know why they should show up. So now that we've honed in on the mistake of not giving anybody a value proposition to show up to your party, here's how to fix it.
Your first step is to know your audience. Write out your ideal guest list and then think of all the things your group has in common. That list will give you the underlying reason they'd want to show up. This list of reasons also helps you determine if you can develop a fun theme for your party or social event that provides you that fear of missing out, or FOMO, and encourages your guests to show up. The next thing you should do is make sure you have a detailed schedule with your activities times included in your invite or website. This will tell your guests what to expect by time increments. For example, from 8:30 to 9:30, drinks and food will be served. Then from 9:30 to midnight, you're going to play a round of board games. And then from midnight to 3 in the morning, you're going to have a late night screening of your favorite movie. This helps your guests plan their day around your party or event better and gives the flexibility to show up or leave at the best times for them. Which leads us to our second reason no one showed up to your last party.
The second reason why your event was a total bust, you picked a really bad day, time, or location. Did you ever step back and consider if it would be too long of a drive for your friends to get to, or if it would work out better in a weekend as opposed to a weekday? As soon as your event becomes a burden, people are going to try to find an easy way to get out of it. So to avoid a party of one situation, take these easy steps and solutions the next time you plan your event.
To make sure you pick the best time, place, and location that guarantees most guests will show up, run a quick poll or survey asking your guest list what day and time during the week work best for them. Use online tools like Google Forms or SurveyMonkey. They're totally free and can be embedded in your invite or website via a link. Surveying your group beforehand increases the likelihood more people will show up the day of your party or social event. Next up, pick a location that's easy for everyone. Use Google Maps to measure out a halfway point travel-wise that makes most sense for the time of the day you pick. To make it even more convenient, think of a spot that works with your scheduled start time, like downtown if you're doing a happy hour after work, or a local rooftop with reservations during the weekend, or if it's a kid-friendly group, start your event early in the morning so folks with kids can have the rest of the day free to run errands. And finally, after conducting your poll, make your party's date and times seem like it was tailored just for them. Your guests will feel like you had their needs in mind when you picked your party's date and time. Hammer home this VIP vibe by telling them reservations have already been made, or explain why that time works for everyone. For instance, let's get together on Sunday at 3 o'clock so we can have one last day to sleep in, but get home early enough not to be groggy on Monday for work. Spelling it out is key because it makes your guests feel like you care.
The third reason why no one showed up to your event, you made it way too hard to RSVP. Phoning it in, text, email threads is not the way to go if you want to stay sane. So we figured out the RSVP reason why no one showed up to your event. So here's some easy things to consider to avoid it.
So let's pin down some solutions to organize your invitation process. I recommend using free services to send out your invites, like Evite, Facebook, Eventbrite, or Paperless Post. There's tons of options out there. Next, when you pick a template for your invitation, make sure it provides a simple yes or no RSVP button. Make sure the invitation or website template you pick also provides a confirmation page that lists the date, time, location, and other special details like dress code or items you want them to bring along to the party. The last thing to keep in mind is to be sure you follow up with reminders for guests who did RSVP. Schedule it 1 week out and 1 day out so your guests know when they're supposed to show up. Better yet, Pick an online invite that offers an add to calendar option, so your guests can accept your RSVP and then automatically add it to their calendars. If you have a special theme or dress code, be sure to remind them again in your reminders.
So that covers it. 3 big mistakes to avoid the next time you're planning a social event or a party. If you're a professional event planner, I recommend watching my other video called 3 Reasons Why No One Showed Up to Your Business Event. It gives you similar tips and solutions to problems you may be facing the next time you're planning a big conference, expo, etc. So, as always, best of luck planning to everyone out there.